It wasn't nearly as dark beneath the waves as Lucy expected. She was no longer angry or afraid, just tired. She saw the lights, glittering, neon jewels suspended in a sinuous and glassy body. Kindly alien eyes regarded her, and sucker-covered arms waved gently, hovering in the water. Lucy realized that the sea had taken the form of this creature to speak with her. The sea asked Lucy, "How did this come to pass?" Lucy thought of the steady, sly progression, the chummy nudges on the shoulder, eventually turning to little squeezes of encouragement, the odd hug of excitement. Nothing overt or obvious, just enough to normalize his proximity. As she reached for a book, his hand grazed the side of her breast. He apologized, horrified and embarrassed. At their first official meeting, she arrived at his office to hear the sound of urination. He'd left the door to the bathroom off his office open. He said nothing about it. The next week, she arrived 5 minutes later and found the same situation. She considered saying something, but was stopped by her need for a job, one that could only come after he'd signed off on her dissertation. Only a few more weeks, maybe 2 months, and she'd be well away from him. She could do that. He was of another generation, friendly and awkward, after all. She might have been misinterpreting it all. The next meeting, however, he slid his hand over her breast, looking her straight in the eyes. She left hastily, lodged a formal complaint. Later, she went to the party to try and reclaim some of her day, herself. "I wasn't even supposed to be here," she explained to the sea. "My dissertation lead was killed in an accident before she could give me her notes. The university decided I needed one more senior scholar in addition to my other readers, and he was it." A thought struck her, filling her with dread. "I didn't try. I mean, it was an accident. I didn't jump to... Am I dead?" "No, you are not dead," the sea answered, "and you did not try to destroy yourself. We would not have allowed that. But you are at a turning point, and we, who are everywhere, observe." The words should have worried her, but Lucy was too entranced by the elegance of the sea, too reassured by its empathetic manner. "What do you want?" Lucy felt the ancient intelligence of the sea and knew this question somehow mattered. It was not to be answered frivolously. She thought of the doubt she felt, the humiliation of being frozen in a moment, the way her adult self had abandoned her to panic in her encounters with him, the feeling of violation and of self-recrimination for not having stopped it. After a long heartbeat, then two, she answered, "I want him to feel what I felt, to know what it feels like." "It is done." The sea handed her a small shell, a token of their promise. Lucy took it without thinking. "Like that? How will I know?" "You are the author of this wish. You will see it work." With a gesture that was either farewell or a dismissal, the sea turned and scuttled along the sandy bottom, its translucent arms and bulbous mantle vanishing instantly into the black. "Thank you." Knowing that she no longer had any use for breath, Lucy took a last deep breath, filling her lungs with water, and saw no more.